All right. What is up, guys? I am your host, Joe, to the MAR Juliet India. Welcome to Dark Draft Security. And today we're going to be covering LS and CD. Let's jump into it. Thanks. And we are back. What is up, guys? All right, I got a little slideshow for you guys. Let's jump right into it. RHCSA, understanding and using the essential tools. First thing we'll talk about, slide, thank you, list and change directory. All right, these are two very basic commands, and they're going to be used to traverse through our file system. So you can use ls to list the contents of your directory and cd to move around your file system. Okay, here we go. Virtual machine going. All right, this is a good learning experience. We got an error. So the reason why I got this error was because my file system for the VM is on a hard drive that is currently not mounted, so I'll have to mount it. So I can perform a lsblk, and that will list the block devices. So this block device right here, SDA1, is 139.7 gigs, and that is where our Fedora partition lives. So we can mount that to a directory that I made under /mnt called Fedora. So let's do that now. So mount /dev/SDA1, and that tab there will auto-complete commands there. Directory mnt Fedora. Okay, only root can do that, so we got a sudo up. So sudo will let us execute commands as root, and bang bang there is a shorthand for the previous command. All right, if we do a df-h, we can see that we are mounted. Okay, so now if I just boot it again, it found the image and it's booting. So we're gonna open it up. Okay. Oh. All right, we are rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open our terminal. So again, the command button will take you to the search in GNOME. Okay, now first thing we want to cover is CD and ls. So let's bring up their man pages. Man ls. So list directory contents. So yeah, another one of these super elementary commands that we use all the time. List information about files, the current directory by default, sort entries alphabetically if none. These are all the options. Okay, so I'll show you the common ones, the common options that are used with it. So if we just do a regular ls here, it'll show us the contents of our file system under our current directory. And if we want to see our current directory, we can also perform a command called pwd, print working directory. Okay, and we're in /home/joe. Okay, so if we do a ls-allh, we can see all of the files and directories that are underneath our present working directory. So underneath our home, and this is standard for all Linux desktops, we got desktop, document, download, music, pictures, public, templates, videos. Those are all pretty common. And then these hidden files, bash history, bash logout, bash profile, etc. So a hidden file is a file that starts with a period, and if I just do a regular ls here, those hidden files aren't going to come up, hence hidden. So in order to display those, we can do ls-a and that'll show up. We can do ls-all for long listing. That'll show us a few things. So it shows us our file permissions, so that's this first column. Okay, and then it shows us our owner, and then our group, and then the size of the file, the date it was created, and then the timestamp, and then the name of the file. 3 groups, okay? And the first group is for the owner, and the second group is for the group that the file belongs to. The last group of 3 belongs for the group called everyone else. So yeah, it's a group of 3 values, so read, write, execute. We have one for the owner, one group of RWX for the owner, one group of RWX for the group, and one for everyone else. And you can see that the owner of this file right here, dot file, is me, my user, Joe, and the group is Joe. And we can also see that the owner of the file has read, write, execute permissions. So since my user is the owner and we have read, write, execute here in the ownership group, that means I have read, write, execute to this file. And this dot here is actually shorthand notation for the current directory. And then this dot dot is shorthand notation for the directory above us. So if we want to move there, we can do cd dot dot, and that'll go to the directory above us. We do a pwd, we can see we're in /home. And we go to cd, let's do an ls. Okay, we got our Joe directory, which is our user's home directory. So we go to Joe, ls, pwd, you can see we're in Joe. ls-alh, okay, and you can see we're at the output that we had previously. Okay, so that's a basic rundown of permissions, file permissions. There's a lot of good documentation there online, but we'll also do another video on like chmod, which we'll use to change these values here and give permissions to different users, as well as chgroup, which is another command to change the group ownership. And don't forget, you always have your man pages, so man ls q to get out, man cd. Okay, and you can read all the documentation here. Pretty elementary stuff. You'll use this stuff all the time. Okay, yeah, so let's move on to what we have next.